dominated the S&P 500, but their era may be fading. Soon we may hear new names like 10 AI or the Golden Dozen. S&P 500 profits are growing beyond the usual tech titans, marking a major turning point. Wall Street's gains are no longer just about the Magnificent Seven. Together, the Magnificent Seven make up nearly 35% of the S&P 500's total weight. It's Nvidia and Microsoft who are the most valuable, while Alphabet and Meta are also rallied this year, with their stocks up 29% and 24% respectively. But Apple is struggling to keep up in AI, and Tesla may soon be pushed out as it faces increasing competition in the EV market. That could turn the Magnificent Seven into a possible Big Six. Broadcom has already moved ahead of Tesla in market cap. Palantir, the AI software firm, is up 135% this year, making it the top performer on the Nasdaq 100. And Oracle isn't far behind. Its stock has surged over 75% as its AI-related cloud computing business takes off. And for more on this, we're joined by Alex Leschik. He's founder of AI platform ZEN. Welcome back to the program, Alex. Now, what does it mean for investors if the Magnificent Seven is no longer at the center of the AI boom?
Thanks for having me back. I believe it's a little bit more of just a split. You do have some of the more AI-heavy companies, Microsoft, Google, Nvidia, Meta. They're really picking up steam and haven't been as heavily impacted or affected as the Magnificent Seven members. But then you have your Apples, Teslas. They've kind of stagnated a little bit. So I think it's a little bit more of an expanding. The Magnificent Seven have such a major hold over all cloud computing and major services. Amazon, Google, with their AWS and Google Cloud platforms. So I don't see it as the Magnificent Seven ending per se, but more so an expanding of what already is, and a little bit less dominance in certain industries and certain sectors for some of these seven companies.
Right, and some analysts are talking about a golden dozen replacing the Magnificent Seven. How real is that idea, and what does it capture about the new phase of AI-driven markets?
Yeah, I think it's showing more of a hardware and infrastructure approach, especially with Oracle being one of those companies, and then having an infrastructure as a service and being kind of the primary reason for their belonging in that group is because companies want to host their own enterprise models, on site. They don't want to just rent out and get an API key and run a model that's custom trained on their information. They want to also host it locally, for full scale protection of security, different parameters and different things that you would need to really keep a model custom to your data. So I think you start to see a lot more of those. You have AMD, who's the closest competitor to an Nvidia. We have the ASML, which is they have a complete monopoly on EUV lithography. So they don't really have many. They have almost no competitors. Maybe Taiwan semiconductor manufacturer, but these new companies are really going to be unobstructed as they come to kind of take into the original Magnificent Seven's clients and their market cap.
Now, Apple and Tesla, which were once the most valuable companies, are lagging behind the likes of Nvidia and Microsoft. Are we witnessing a permanent reshuffle of big tech here?
That's a great question. And those are two heavy companies. I think a lot of people have been holding their breath and crossing their fingers over for the past few years. Apple has had Apple Intelligence, which by and large was a major flop as of right now. They do have 1.5 billion devices worldwide, so there's still no one who could come close to competing with them when it comes to if they would get an AI platform, an AI model, something that they could pump out there. They do have one of the oldest AI models in Siri, but they've yet to release anything substantial. I'm more on the side where a lot of investors think that they're going to potentially buy an Anthropic to get their model. Claude Sonnet 4.5 is one of the best coding models out there. They've talked in the past about buying or collaborating with ChatGPT, and then same with Tesla. They have while the primary reason for them having their their sales and revenue eaten into this year was the competition for EV. But they have so many other things. They sell robots. They have houses. For those of you who don't know, they do sell Tesla houses for about $16,000. These little like trailer-looking things. But no, these are two very innovative companies that have built their way into the ecosystem and industry and can afford to kind of drag their feet, for lack of a better word, when it comes to innovation. And I think we see them rebound the same way we saw Google rebound with AI and ChatGPT.
Alex Leschik in Washington, thank you very much for your insights.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Meanwhile, American soybean farmers are facing one of their